Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new Kiarasky Acrylic brush. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the shipping. So it took a little while for it to ship, but once it did, it only took like 4 days for it to actually get to my house. But I have experienced that with Kiarasky's shipping. It just takes a while for them to actually ship it. But when it did come in, it came in this super cute box. It was all cute and pink inside. It had these really cute heart-shaped packing peanuts. They were pink. I thought it was super cute. The box itself was super cute. Now let's talk about the packaging of the brush. The box, the carton itself is really clean. It's really classy looking. So the packaging itself I think is really great. Now let's go ahead and pull out the brush, shall we? Alright, so right off the bat, really lightweight. So it has a clear handle. It looks iridescent to me in person, but I can't really tell. Does it look iridescent to you guys? I can't tell. It is textured. It's got like these little grooves, bumps, whatever you want to call them. It says Kiarasky on the front of the brush. It has a rose gold metal base that says the number of the brush and Kiarasky on it. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, and it is a round brush, in case you were wondering. It's not an oval brush. I personally prefer a round brush, but I know there's a lot of people that really do like an oval brush. So the brush is 100% Kiarasky hair. It comes in sizes from 10 to 20, and the price ranges from $30 to $50. Or I know at the time when I was looking on the website, you could buy the set for around $230. I did get mine in a size 10 just because that's what I'm comfortable using. But let's talk about the pricing of the brush. Mine, the size 10, was $30, and I'd say that's a pretty basic price for a 100% Kiarasky brush. They usually run around that range or higher. I don't think you can get a really good brush for cheaper than that. I definitely wouldn't get one under $20. I just don't feel like it would be that good or last that long. So I think the price range is pretty good for that. Okay, so the box does come with care instructions on the back of it. So let's go ahead and read that. So after you're done using your brush, it says, with proper care, this brush will last for years. Be sure to clean your brush after each use, removing all excess product. Shape the brush head back to form before storing it in a proper brush case. Okay, so I don't use a brush case, and obviously this brush doesn't come with a lid on it, but what it does come with is this clear little plastic cap, I guess, sleeve. I don't know, that sounds a little weird. So whenever I'm done using my brush, I do this with my old brush, I always keep the little plastic cap, because you can't store a brush without a lid face down, because then you'll just mess up your bristles. So what I do every time I'm done using my old brush, I will shape it back up like the box says, and then I will put this little plastic sleeve back on it and use that way I can store it this way. The reason I don't store it upwards is because you can have old monomer still in there, and it can flow back into your bristles or into the base of the brush, and then when you go to use it the next time, all that old monomer is going to come back down and it's not going to be good. So that's just a little hack for you if you have a brush that doesn't have a cap, or if you order this brush, then you can do that. So let's go ahead and try out the brush, shall we? And please excuse my crusty dusty nails. I just took off my last set and I haven't done them yet, so I was waiting to use my new Kiarasky brush. Okay, so here's the brush a little bit more up close. I think it is iridescent. I was having trouble seeing if it was, but now that it's over this white, I think it is. And like with any new brush, it comes packaged in a residue so that it can keep its shape. So when you get a new brush, you just kind of want to gently separate the bristles. And like I said earlier, it is a round brush, not an oval. And if you don't know the difference between a round and an oval brush, a round brush has a completely round base, whereas a oval brush are crimped here at the base, so they'll be a little bit more flatter. So once you've broken up the hairs and spread them apart, you want to get your monomer. So I'm just gonna get my monomer dish, and you're gonna just furthermore separate and soak the bristles. And online it does say that the brush has an acetone resistant base. So I'm just gonna grab a random powder here and some nail tips that I don't use. And we're just gonna see how it picks up the acrylic. I'll just get a big one. Okay, so I'm just gonna wet my brush now and pick up a bead. I usually like to hold my brush in there for about 5 seconds. Picks up a pretty large bead. Okay, always make sure to wipe your brush when working with acrylic, guys. All right. Patting. So far, so great. It's working really well. Works just as well as my other brush did. I feel like the bristles aren't as flexible as my other brush was, but that could just be because it's new. It's really keeping its shape really nicely. It gets to a really nice flat point. That's really good. So whenever you're doing the cuticle area, you can get it really flat and really make sure you're getting that cuticle area really well. I think the brush is really good quality. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Kiarasky. It's a really great brand, affordable if you're wondering. So let's just compare it to my old brush, just because. The bristles on the Kiarasky brush are much longer. That's nice. They both come to a pretty good point. I just feel maybe the Kiarasky one's just a little bit better. Okay, so when I'm shaping my brush back up, I usually will roll it and drag it to get that point back in there. This is how it's looking. Fairly good point. And I cap it. So let's check. The Kiarasky one now. So I'm gonna do it the exact same way. Rolling and dragging, trying to get that point back in there. And I feel like it comes to a really nice point. It really keeps its shape pretty well. Okay, see here, you can see the difference between my old brush and the Kiarasky brush. The Kiarasky one just comes to a lot nicer of a point. It's much more pointier than my old one, I feel like, anyway. You can see on my old one, it's not quite exactly a point. The bristles are still kind of separated, whereas the Kiarasky one, they all come together and come to a really nice point. So like I said, after I am finished with my brush, I will put the plastic cap back on it so that I can store it facing down. So I just put it on there, and then I'll just pop it in my jar facing down. So overall, you guys, I think this is a really good brush. So if you're thinking of buying it, I would say go buy it. I think it's a really good brush. I think it works really well. It's a really good quality. And on top of that, it's really pretty. Anyway, that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to give you some insight on the brush in case you were thinking of buying it. I hope you'll consider subscribing if this is your first time here, and giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!